Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajmain. Amma ba'du. The Honorable Miss Septa Aryanika MPD as my lecturer in seminar in language teaching subject and all of my beloved friends. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Syifa Maharani from English Education Study Program, Class 6E. My student number is 17110400165. In this video, I would like to present my proposal. The title is Students' Ability in Writing Summary of Frozen 2 Movie at 8th grade of SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung in the academic year 2000 and 2021. Okay, let's begin from Chapter 1, Introduction. A. The background of problem. Summary. One of kind or another is required by all the examining boards and whether it is based on the comprehension passage or separate passage. The summary exercise carries a high proportion of the total marks. A good performance in this branch of English language work is critical to success in the examination as a whole. The importance that the examiners attach to summary reflect its importance in everyday life. It is one of the mental activities in which are frequently involved, whether we realize or not. In tertiary education, summarization is one of the essential skills since it involves many other skills, including reading and writing as the two basic skills. It is well known fact that learners have to read or listen in order to gather relevant information and reproduce them, may for their future reference, as well as to exhibit their knowledge to the outside world, many occasions in different forms. In English curriculum, the government has regulated how to treat English as foreign language. They must be mastered well by all students learning it. The students are expected to learn and to practice English fluently, good at listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Writing skill, one of those four basic skills in English that plays a bird part in mastering language. Reading is also the most important of the four skills in English as foreign language. Reading and writing are two skills that can be taught in completely process. By reading text, the student obtains comprehensible language input, a chance to learn a new vocabulary in context, and to see the situation of the language. Writing allows learners opportunities to experience with the language and try different constructions to them to understand. Summarizing needs skill both reading and writing, because reading ability will influence the product of summary writing. It implies both to complete comprehension of their text to be abridged and the necessary writing ability to create a new version of short text. Summarizing text as junction where reading and writing take place. Most of the students throughout their academic life have to condense information from lectures, journals, textbooks, etc. in their disciplines in order to fulfill certain assignments in their own field of study. Summarization is important strategy that is essential in higher education as students are often expected to consult a variety of texts in order to complete assignment, supplement their lectures notes, or when studying for an exam. Writing summary is important skill for students. It is important because to enable students to demonstrate their understanding reading material to their teacher. The important in this research is in SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung. To know students can summarize the text after understanding the reading text. Students can write the summary by using their own words. This activity will know the student ability in writing summary, whether their ability is high, fair, and low. Based on the explanation above, the researcher would like to to do research, to know the student's ability in writing summary, the difficulties, and solve the problem. So the writer carried out the study entitled Students' Ability in Writing Summary of Frozen 2 Movie. B. Identification of the problem. Based on the observation, the researcher found several problems. Involve the following. 1. Students have different knowledge. 2. Students often make mistakes in writing. 3. Students' ability in writing summary is still low. C. Limitation of the problem. Based on the identification of problem, the researcher focused on the student's ability in writing summary using Frozen 2 movie at SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung. D. Formulation of the problem. Based on the identification and the limitation problem, the problem was formulated. 1. How are the students' ability in writing summary? 2. What are the student difficulties in writing summary? 3. What are the students solve the problem in writing summary? E. Objective of the research. 1. The research is conducted to find out students' ability in writing summary. 2. To know students' difficulty in writing summary. 3. To know students solve the problem in writing summary. F. Significance of the research. The significance of this study is classified into 3 parts. 1. For students, it will give them motivation and interest in writing summary. For the teacher, the study is hoped to give information about the appropriate method to improve the teaching learning process. And for the researcher, the study is hoped will give a contributes to improve student ability in writing. G. Scopes of the research. The scope of the research can be described as follows. 1. Subject of the research. The subject of the research is student at SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung in the academic year 2000 and 2021. 2. Object of the research. The object of the research is writing summary. 3. The place of the research. This research conducted in SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung. Time of the research. The research will conduct at the first semester in the academic year of 2000 and 2021. Okay, now continue to chapter 2. Review of related literature. For the first is about theory. About summary. Summary, one kind of another, is required by all of the examining boards, and whether it is based on the comprehension passage or unspirited passage. The summary exercise carries a high proportion of total marks. A good performance in this branch of English language work is critical to success in the examination as a whole. Based on the theory which is stated by Turk and Kirkman, summary is considered version of the essence of a text. The goal of summarizing material is to pass along the ideas belonging to another. Another argument said by Furman defines summarizing as the ability to write short, as the student must write precisely, choosing their word carefully to convey the central themes without compromising the integrity of the original work. While the National Reading Panel defines summarization, it is in which the reader attempts to identify and write the main or most important ideas as the integrate or united the other idea or meaning of the text into a coherent whole. The importance that examiner attach summary of reflect its importance in everyday life. It is one of the mental activity in which we are frequently involved. Whether we realize or not, summary involves many other skills, including reading and writing, as the 2 basic skills. It is well-known fact that the learners have to read or listen in order to gather relevant information and reproduce them, may be for the future relevance as well to exhibit their knowledge to the outside world on many occasions in different forms. 2. About the writing. Writing is the process or result of recording language in the form of conventionalized visible mark or graphic sign or surface. Writing is functional communication, making learners possible to create imagined worlds of their own design. It means that through writing, learners can express thought, feeling, ideas, experience, or etc. to convey a specific purpose. The purpose of writing is to give some information. Writing is a way to produce language, which you do naturally when you speak. You say something, think more to say, perhaps correct something you have said, and then move on to the next statement. Writing is not much different except that you take more time to think about the subject, the person or people you will have discussed it with, and the goal you hope to achieve in that discussion. And if you are writing a second language, you also take more time to revise your work. Writing is one of productive skill, which is contain symbol and involve a complex process. In making good writing, we must use correct grammatical rules, choose appropriate vocabulary, and consider to coherence and cohesion. Some linguistics give some definition of writing that may help us to get clear definition. The third is about movie. Movie include in audiovisual media. According to Birtwell, animate or animation movie are distinguished from live action one by the unusual kind of work that are done at production stage. Meanwhile, Willingham research found that audiovisual media help students easily achieve the concept of material learning. B. Relevant study. Journal articles entitled Investigating the Summary Writing Performance of University Students in Taiwan. This paper explains the initial findings of ongoing investigating into the summary writing performance of university students in Taiwan. 46 students at the high, intermediate, and advanced level of proficiency participate in this study, in which they were asked to read two argumentative English texts and write a summary in English for each short text. The result showed that the high intermediate level students compared to their advanced level counterparts include few main idea and more extraneous idea in their summaries. The former group also appeared to be more contained by lexical and grammatical deficiencies than the latter group did while writing summary. Journal articles entitled The Analysis of Students' Difficulty on Writing English Text Summary by Ina Afrilianti. The third is journal article entitled Exploring the Relationship Between Summary Writing Ability and Reading Comprehension by Samiha Modekam. C. About theoretical framework. Summary is a considered version of the essential of a text. The goal of summarizing material is to pass along the ideas belonging to another. Another argument said Berfarman defines summarizing as the ability to write short, as the student must write precisely, choosing their words carefully to convey the central themes without compromising the integrity of the original work. Writing is one of productive skill, which is contain a symbol and involve a complex process. In making good writing, we must use correct grammatical rules. Movie is a visual art used to simulate experience that communicate idea. Story by means of record or program moving image. Chapter 3. Research Method. A. Research Design. In this research, the researcher used descriptive qualitative research. All the data obtained by a researcher are presented in the form of description. According to Creswell, a qualitative research was a means for exploring and understanding the meaning individual or group ascribed to a social or human problem. Bogdan and Bicklin said that qualitative research was descriptive. The data collected was in the form of words, of picture, rather than number. Based on the explanation above, the research design is appropriate to the aim of the research, which is analyze students' writing ability. B. Research subject. The study conducted in SMPN 5 Bandar Lampung in the academic year 2000 and 2021. The subject of the study is in the 8th grade. There are 30 students in the class. The process of the research was begin with doing a test for the student by summarizing the movie. After doing a test, the student answered the questionnaire. C. About the instrument. The first is questionnaire. To bring the data together by means questionnaire, the researcher must make some question. These instruments were used to gather other information related student ability in writing summary. The researcher provide the questionnaire from that consists of some question related to it. This questionnaire will also use as self-assessment for the students whether they know their difficulties in writing summary. The second instrument is test. Test is given to the student focused on writing announcement. The result of this test is student writing announcement text. The aim of this test to measure the student's ability in writing announcement. The test is used in the study is pre-test and post-test. Pre-test is done before the implementing gallery walk technique in preliminary study to know the student competence in writing announcement. Post-test is done after implementing the gallery work technique in the teaching announcement. D. About the data collection technique and analysis. The researcher did the procedure as follows. 1. The researcher gives some tests to student by summarizing movie. 2. After doing the test, student answer the questionnaire. The data was collected from the respondent were analyzed by using descriptive qualitative. The data was collected through some interview about teacher difficulties in teaching through observation to find its factor. Okay, that's all about my proposal. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.